Okay, you have an F-150 or a E-150, E-250, or anything that has a 4R70W or 4R75 or E transmission in there. You take it apart, you rebuild it, you make sure you do everything that you need to do, that you can do, to make sure once it's finished that it will leave the shop. So once you put it in, you fill it up, you take it for a test drive, and you find out it shifts fine first, it shifts fine second, shifts fine third, and then fourth gear runs away. Oh boy. Now you're going through the back of your mind, what in the world did I do? I know I fixed everything. Now through your mind, you're going through that whole transmission to see what is going on. What in the world happened? I mean, what did I do? Did I miss the overdrive band? Is the overdrive snap ring messed up because the overdrive has to come on? Or is the direct drum, did I cut the seals on the direct drum? I mean, what's going on? So you don't want to do a pressure test. Most transmission shops don't want to do it. It's too involved, and we're just lazy. You know, we don't want to get under there, and sometimes the pressure ports are in positions where it's hard to get to, so we want to try to make the best guess we can. But hey, you may have to do a pressure test. So what you do, you go to the pressure tab and you tap into the direct clutch, and you find out in third gear it works, but in fourth gear it dumps. It goes to nothing. So you do an air test, and you apply air to the clutches while it's in the car. You find out it's fine. Okay, what is going on? You might even be tempted to take the whole transmission out. I've done that before. Go through it, see what's going on, don't see anything, and then you put it back in again. Now what? Well, let me tell you what has recently have been occurring with these 4R70W transmission, 75 transmissions. And I want to thank Corey at Reman Valve Body for telling me this, because I had this issue before and I changed the valve body and the problem was fixed, but it wasn't the valve body that was causing the issue. So I'm going to tell you what he told me to do, and I did it. That was the shift solenoids. For some reason, 1, 2, and 3 were working, that gear, but in fourth gear it would run away. And he said people had been having problems with the aftermarket solenoids even though they were brand new. And I want to show you what solenoids, what they look like. This is one bad one that I had, brand new bad, okay? And if you look at it, you see that there is scratched off here, scratched here, scratched here, scratched here. It doesn't really say Ford on it at all. So this is some type of brand new aftermarket solenoid that gave me the blues, okay? You know, you hate that. When you do something, you're doing right, you know you got to get the car out, and it's Friday, and that car got to get out and end up staying until Monday. You got to try to figure out what's going on. You can't go to sleep, because now you can't have a good holiday, because you wonder what happened with the car. It can't leave, okay? So you see this solenoid here. The solenoids that have been recommended to be used is the ones that are original Ford solenoid. So if you see on here, it says Ford, okay? And on this one, it doesn't say Ford, and it has the scratches on there, okay? So I don't know, why was this working in first and second gear? When you look at the command on the scan tool, it shows that each solenoid at least once changes from first to third. But when they're supposed to be commanded on together in fourth gear, it runs away. Now, what was supposed is that perhaps the solenoid is not opening up enough to allow the right amount of fluid to go through to apply in fourth gear. So that could be the problem. I don't know. But one thing is for certain, this solenoid definitely was the problem, because what I ended up doing was taking this solenoid out, and going and get a used solenoid, set of solenoids from a transmission, like this is a used valve body over here, but getting a used set of solenoids and putting those in. When I put those in, the problem was gone. I was able to let the customer come pick up the vehicle. Okay, so again, this is another example of a bad new part. You know, it may not be something that you did, and you may be at the end of the day, you know, ready to get your payday, deliver the cars to the customer, and it can be something as simple as this. You know, you had to take the whole pan back down, let the fluid drain back down, just to get to that. This is not really that complicated to change, but it is complicated when it's at the end of the day and you're ready to go home and you don't want to go through taking the pan down again. So be aware of this. Again, Corey at Reman Valve Body in Michigan, he brought this to my attention because I was ready to get a valve body, which I would have changed it. If I had taken the valve body and put these solenoids on there, then I would have had the same problem. But once again, look at these solenoids. It doesn't say Ford. If you use it and it works, then you're fine. But if you use it and you have no fourth gear, it runs away, then consider checking this solenoid. I mean, probably just replacing it.